So we have not talked about this much as of lately, just because there hasn't been too many crazy updates for Windows 11 on the Surface Duo 1 and 2. But with the recent update that we found out with the Surface Duo 3 being a one-screen device, you know what? I wanted to go ahead and just finish up all the all the talk about Windows 11 on the Surface Duo 1 and 2, because I already know whenever this Duo 3 does come out, my man Gusto 3000 is going to absolutely go crazy on it and give us so many crazy Windows 11 updates on it. So starting off right away, here's a little update if you guys are new on context of what is happening. So over a year ago, in September 2021, and technically before even, me and a couple of friends have an idea to try to win Windows on the original Surface Duo for fun. It has now became over a year since that I started that journey, and back then I would have never thought we would be here. The progress so far is beyond what I thought it was going to be, but what surprises me the most so far was the big interest a ton of people had regarding project from infancy to development now. As you guys not see, yes, the Surface Duo 1 completely can run Windows 11. I can run it very fluently without any hassle at all. And there's not many bugs or glitches, and pretty much everything is completely, connected correctly. Everything is completely functionable. Now, of course, you do have to keep in mind that with all that being said, there are some problems still regarding the fact that you have to boot it. If you ever restart the device, you have to boot it from a computer with command prompt, and you have to run a certain command prompt in order to go ahead and boot the device into Windows. If not, it will boot automatically into Android. So there's still some stipulation where you have to use a computer, but outside of that, everything works perfectly fine. Now for Surface Duo 2, there is, as he says, it's in development stage here for Duo 1. For Duo 2, it's in development stage, but it is not in any way the same as the Duo 1 when it comes to how advanced the development stage is. The Duo 2 is still almost in infancy, but a little bit past that. So there's still some problems with Duo 2, but Duo 1, completely past all the major issues that it would have. It's been awesome for me for the start to finish, and to see all the interest again, having fun bringing up another cursed device in the evenings and weekends. I want to thank everyone so far. It's been a long ride with us, and it means a lot. Despite all the flaws, a ton of people have also enjoyed the journey. However, as time went on, it became clear that there were 2, maybe 3 major flaws people wanted to address before trying to use it as a main device. And again, like I said, if you ever do use it as your main device, it is going to be very difficult. Is it impossible? Obviously, heck no. It's not impossible by any stretch of imagination, but you're going to have to, really understand that this is not a perfect device, and that there's going to be problems, glitches, bugs, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I remember you are booting into a software that has never been intended to run on either of these two devices, right? Both of these devices have been meant for Android. Here, yes, obviously you had a Windows type based operating system by Microsoft, but they never intended for these devices to be running actual Windows type software. So the fact that they are now is pretty much like a culture shock for these devices. So you can run it as your main device, but you're going to have a lot of problems when it comes to connectivity, when it comes to phone calls dropping, things picking up, and it's going to be a whole entire mess. So that's why my recommendation right now would be not to do that, even if you have a Duo 1 with how advanced it actually is. But here are the issues he said he's going to be working on and addressing in the near future. So these things were ability to boot without another computer or device. That is actually the number one, I think, biggest thing. If you guys remember back to the iPod days, the early iPhone days, where you could jailbreak your device, and you either could jailbreak your device in one of 2 ways. You have a tethered jailbreak or a non-tethered jailbreak. What does that mean? Well, a non-tethered means that you're not tethered means you're connected to a computer. Non-tethered means you're not. So if you're tethered, it means that every time you restart your device, you had to go ahead and run whatever you use, Redsn or whatever. You had to use that, and you had to run the command in order to reboot your device. If not, your device would just go in a boot loop and you wouldn't be able to use it. So every time you restarted it, you would have to run Redsn in order to go ahead and get that to work. Now, of course, if non-tethered jailbreak, that was when you could literally just boot your device, do whatever, and you never had to use a computer again after the first time you use a computer. So again, like I said, there are some issues with jailbreaking with Cydia. If Cydia didn't work or something crashed, you were pretty much like, go on your computer and reboot it with your computer. But this is something that needs to be fixed with a Duo 1 and 2, is that same concept, because you might be out with your friends, you might be out doing something, and now don't get me wrong, the good thing about this, unlike the old iPods and iPhones, was if you, let's say for example, restart your device, you just boot right into Android. So it's not like you are not able to use your device if for example, with a tethered jailbreak, you're still able to use your device just fine. It just boots into Android versus Windows. So if you want to get back into Windows and do boot into it, you're just gonna have to go ahead and get a computer, run command prompt, and do that. But unlike, with that issue with jailbreaking, no, you're not gonna get stuck in a boot loop animation. Ability to dual boot between Android and Windows. So what he means by that is, again, like I said, once you for example, start up your device, if you say it says you can check which operating system you want to go ahead and do. So let's say for example, it has two on the screen, Windows and Android, and you click the volume button to go up or down, and you can choose which one you want to boot into. That would be an awesome feature to be added to this. Ability to have a secure device, again, a locked bootloader. So that's the thing. So whenever you do install Windows on the Surface Duo 1 and 2, you are unlocking your bootloader in order to go ahead and do that. And what does that mean? Well, what it means is that you are pretty much, the bootloader, it makes it so that your software is secure. So your operating system, your OS is secure. So when you have it locked, then you're not going to have as many bugs or glitches, because that is one locked operating system to that device, Android. Now, when you unlock it, you open yourself up for glitches, bugs, and also hacks. You could be hacked. Your device could get hacked by somebody. You could, if you download the wrong thing, you get malware, stuff like that. So it's a little bit of a tricky situation, but he said this will all be fixed and addressed as soon as possible. And then say, I'm happy to report all three things will be addressed soon. So he is actually not even going even farther than that, by saying that these are all going to be addressed soon. So we might see this stuff addressed and actually fixed in the next couple months, which would be absolutely crazy huge. The yellow screen, which I showed earlier, is Android verified boot custom root of trust warning. It basically informs the user device is locked, but users set aside in order to verify the OS. And he shows more pictures here. I got to a point where I'm even trying to build drivers on the device itself. I guess I'm that lazy now. And then he's just building drivers on this. Obviously, I do not know what drivers are. Drivers are things that keep your programs working fine. Drivers let you be able to actually, be able to use programs. Like, for example, if you have drivers for your camera, it's updated, is working with the computer. So it's a compatibility issue. So he's saying that he's working on that, making sure that the drivers for all the stuff you connect to it actually work out pretty good. So this is huge. This is absolutely huge. And, as always, Gus30,000, absolute legend for this, because he's creating literally an amazing system that, again, like I said, we never thought would happen. And he's making it happen. And again, like I said, this is for all devices, Surface Duo 1 and 2 he's working on. Obviously, this one he's working on right here, I believe, is a Surface Duo 2 now, but he's still working on the Surface Duo 1 2 to address those issues that he mentioned. So this is actually a 6 GB of RAM version, which I believe that's the Duo 2, right? No, this is Duo 1 he's showing off, because Snapdragon, 855 processor. That's the Duo 1, yeah, because Duo 2 has an 888 processor. So yeah, right. Literally says Surface Duo right there. I can't read. But yes, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. If you do have a Surface Duo 1 and 2, are you currently running Windows 11? I am on one of my. I have two Duo 1s. One of my Duo 1 has Windows 11, one doesn't. I also have a Duo 2, and Duo 2 does not have Windows 11. I'm more scared to put Windows 11 in my Duo 2 than my Duo 1. Obviously, because Duo 2, it's still in that infancy stage, rather than the Duo 1 being more advanced. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.